I just went into shock. I thought I was going to die. My life flashed before my eyes.
Through my wall came some beings around my bed.
They came again.
And I ran between them and ran out of the room into my mother's room.
I was probably conscious for 5 seconds before they put me out.
What happened is they followed me in there, and that's the last I remember of it.
I remember a light hitting me in the forehead, aliens in my room, being lifted up into a spaceship.
So last week these aliens walked up to me, said you're coming with us, and abducted me. A ship flew over my head with a suction beam and pulled me off on my feet reluctantly. Next thing I knew, the ground had disappeared. I was on a fucking table, 2 of them were sitting there. One walked over, leaned down and said, listen here, we come from a different time and a whole different year. A different world and a whole other galaxy. From your species' very inception, we've been dabbling. We've witnessed the greed, incompetence, and savagery. You're some of the strangest beings we come across and are traveling. Although, man, I was in a daze. By the very thought of aliens, I've always been amazed. But I couldn't think straight, I was lost in his gaze. His giant eyes filled with what looked like inner space. What do you want from me? I questioned him. He reached out his hand, said no need for questioning. Your species is in grave need of rescuing. This'll work to save your soul, let's begin. He leaned forward, pressed his hands to my face then. At first I thought I was having hallucinations. The room twisted, light was running through the place and next thing I knew I was in a completely new location. I heard his voice say, this a year 2030. I was in a city, the skies above are very murky. It looked like the world had been to an apocalypse. Buildings had smoke, rising, crumbling and dropping bits. They spoke again, the future you see what ensue. The greed and ignorance of your kind of spilling through. Most of what you've been taught, I believe isn't true. But with their help, a better future is still in view. The system that you're living in is broken, and the masses need to be awoken. The powers of your leaders need to be revoking. The time has come for change to be put in motion. Suddenly the scene went black and I was in my bed. Opening my eyes, his voice still ringing in my head. All I could hear was the very last thing that he said. Return to Earth now and see that the message is spread.
Send a message, make sure that it's received. Live the lesson, report it back to me. And soon they'll see everything to see. Spreading the message just like a disease. Send a message, make sure that it's received. And live the lesson, report it back to me. And soon they'll see everything to see. Spreading the message just like a disease. I was sent from outer space to share the message truthfully. The humans always clueless to the proof that's in the galaxy. Low morality, a sight that's truly sad to see. They're leaning up on the fashions and they bask in the calamity. No sense of sanity, a floater in a toilet with a map of the Milky Way and the points to go ignored. And so much more is a search and explore. Share it from my core, write the letters, implore you. You can see it in the waves of the rays. The revenue that rules the roofs and keep them stuck up in the ways. Molded clay and they spinning it right in place. Keeping the sights with dizziness and never prone to change, man. Future's only days away and I just don't know what to say. It's like they choose to do it in the meanest and the rudest ways. Self-restraints and they cling up on the hate. And so they sent that messenger with a statement to make. And now it's out of him, spewing all the knowledge I drew in the ruin. Spoken in the language and even you can do it right to it. Lighten the movement, mix it with the music. Spreading the message carefully while I'm living life with humans.
I remember lying on a table, lying naked, having probes put around me, experiments done on me, looking in my eyes, my ears. I don't want to think I'm abducted by aliens. That was the last thing I wanted in my life.
Send a message, make sure that it's received. Live the lesson, report it back to me. And soon they'll see everything we'll see. Spreading the message just like a disease. Send a message, make sure that it's received. And live the lesson, report it back to me. And soon they'll see everything we'll see. Spreading the message just like a disease. Nah.
What happened was, for me, the conscious memory that I had was, in the middle of the night I woke up, very conscious, walked over to my living room, saw something in the room, felt the white light, felt the paralysis, and then I fell asleep. Several hours later I woke up and had these intense emotions associated with the experience that just, I couldn't fathom.